Yo, it's me. Let's get it.
Big homie, big homie, big homie. The big homie
in the bed,
the
boy.
big homie show. Shwoo! Hey, welcome to the big homie show. The big homie, the big homie, the big homie. The big homie, hey, welcome to the big homie show. Hey, the big homie, the big homie, the big homie. The big homie. With no further ado, I welcome Debo, your host. Like, comment, share, and subscribe before you go and tell a friend about the big homie show. Ay, the big homie, the big homie, the big homie, the big homie. Hey, welcome to the big homie show.
Drop that Zaddy in the bed, boy.
Ay, the big homie, the big homie, the big homie, the big homie. Hey, welcome to the big homie show.
Oh, man. He back with another one, man. It's your guy, man. DeVell McAfee, a.k.a. Debo. You know, you see it behind me, man, unfortunately, man. Rest in peace, Takeoff. They're having his, I don't know what you call it, wake, Virgil, funeral. Like, it's just a big show to, you know, show respect to that man for all the, you know, inspiration, cultural inspiration he gave to his city, which is dope, by the way. I like this. As you can see, you see me in gray. It's just, you know, the feeling, man. I don't feel colorful. I feel gray, man, because what's happening to my people. This type of shit, you know? And, you know, I don't want to, you know, talk too crazy in honor of this man's send-off today, but let's keep it 100, please. Can we? The murder of Takeoff have not been solved yet. Hasn't been solved. And that's crazy. Nobody's being taken in. No suspects, no nothing. Well, from what I know. You know, I try to be, when I crack the mic, you know what I'm saying, I try to be accurate. But yeah, while they sending this man off to the big pearly gates in the sky with the Lord, there's no arrest, no nothing. Just a statement from James Prince saying he's not standing on the side or behind the person that did this to his nephew. Been a lot of videos. I've done search. I've seen a lot of videos upon this situation, man. And a lot of the regular people, such as myself, everyday 9-to-5er, damn near put the whole thing together. This was done on purpose. And the crazy thing is, I don't think it was specifically for Takeoff. I think it was for either one, Takeoff or Quavo. You know what I'm saying? We get one. It doesn't matter. That's how they probably felt that night. Unfortunately. Under the watch of an inexperienced, want to be street mogul in training. I said it. A man's life was lost because somebody wanted to be this street big Willie guy and didn't take care of his peoples during the check-in. That's if he even wanted to take care of his peoples in the check-in. Everybody's saying what they saying in the streets. This was a setup. Obviously, we have no facts on that. We have no statements. We have nobody coming out and saying, yeah, we heard such and such or whatever. But that's what it seems, right? Crazy. I want y'all to ask yourselves a question. Remember when the late, great, notorious B.I.G. died how New York was feeling, how Brooklyn was feeling, how the Bronx, Harlem, Queens, Staten Island, just people that love Biggie and his music, how he was feeling. We know about the Tupac thing, but honestly, Tupac was repping the West, even though he was born in a Harlem hospital and stuff. At that point in time, he was repping the West. So Biggie was a big known figure for New York. And if you was a dude in the street at that point in time, all you could think in your mind is, yo, we gotta get that get back. Somebody gotta pay for this shit. Who gonna pay for this? Oh, they was looking for Puffy to go in the closet, get the hammer, and run back to L.A. and find out who did this to his man. Right? That was the mind state of what we was holding back in the 90s. We didn't find out the unfolding of what happened to the late, great Frank White, a.k.a. Biggie Smalls, a.k.a. Notorious B.I.G., until years later. Little by little unfolded. Nobody wanted to speak about it. Nobody wanted to say anything about that assassination. Yes, it was an assassination. How years later, Puff's bodyguard, Gene Deal, is the only one to come out and say what it is. Back then, motherfuckers is powerful. They were real powerful back then. I don't know how powerful they are in this day and age, but motherfuckers was real powerful back then. Who's the motherfucker that was powerful? The higher ups, the record companies, the executives, and stuff, where they scramble and they use whatever money they can to cover all this shit up. This is all about money at the end of the day. You follow the trail, you'll find out who it is. This shit is all about money. All about money, strategy, and positioning. Don't know what strategy and positioning this situation right here is. But what was the motive? You know how they do in the crime stories? What was the motive? What was the motive on taking out one of the Migos? A fool would say, oh, it's got to be Offset because, they was fighting with each other and they don't fuck with each other and shit like that. And on Drink Champs, they asked who would they take, Nicki or Cardi, and they picked Nicki, and Offset he was mad about that, and this, that, and the third, and they all got beef. No. The conspiracies are running rampant and crazy. The more we don't get information upon this man's passing, or not even passing, murder, the more the streets are going to run rampant with rumors and more rumors and more rumors. Let's keep it 100. Are we owed an explanation as far as the public? Is it none of our business? Huh? I know somebody that's owed, if anything, is that man's family. His immediate family needs immediate answers. Immediately. I don't think social media is a place to put out information and solve anything. So I can understand if in that case, people are not adamant to go run to Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and say any leads or anything that they do know, if it's a case pending. If not, is the streets going to handle this? I said the streets is done, right? Done. But I will say this. In the South, that eye for an eye is real out there. It's real. I'm not instigating nothing. I'm not telling anybody to do anything. I'm just saying something is afoot and we need to know what's going on for our own safety. Because not for nothing, it wasn't just a dice game where Takeoff and Quavo and James Prince Jr. and 2 or 3 of his people was there. It was civilians in there. A civilian that could have got their head popped off. Just as well as how Takeoff, got murdered, unfortunately. What about the civilians? We would like to know not to be at a certain place at a certain time because shit is going to go down. Nobody told us this man was going to pull out a weapon and start taking off on people. No pun intended. As they praising this man right now and sending them off to the pearly gates, which will probably be a better place than this motherfucker, to be honest with you and shit. But yeah, his physical is gone. His spirit is God knows where. Them boys are out here getting motherfuckers. Them feds got cases like this piled up, ready to go. Ready. Who's next? Oh, yeah. Bankroll Freddie. You heard about that, right? Okay. 34 people indicted. They not playing out here. The streets is done. Over. Law enforcement got the resources to solve these crimes ASAP. There's too many cameras out there. There's too many informants that's talking. Too many. They probably know already who did this shit. They just tying it up with something on somewhere else to get somebody else. 2 for 1. Let's not just solve this crime. Let's take down the whole empire. Only thing I don't like is that motherfuckers is just dying for this shit going down. I hate that. That's the part I hate the most. This man shouldn't have lost his life. Biggie shouldn't have lost his life. Pac shouldn't have lost his life. A rumor can get you killed. An argument and a misunderstanding can get you killed. All for what? Record sales? All for what? What are we doing this for? I bet you $1 million right now, if Pac was up there and he was speaking to the Lord, if he had just had a choice, what would you rather do? You want to be back on Earth now, or you want to stay up? You know what? If he was to know that what happened in that Mike Tyson fight when he did what he did with Suge and all of them and stuff like that, stomping Orlando Anderson, that this would be his last day. You think if somebody would have told him, you think he would have did that? Of course not. We're so far away from a fade from 5 minutes in the square. So far away from that. Either you getting shot or you getting jumped. That's the mentality. Been like that for a long time. We are still scratching our head like this to this situation. Still scratching our head to this day. Don't know what the hell's going on. Why did it happen? What the fuck is going on? You can't fool the internet. You can't fool the internet. It's a million detectives out there. Internet detectives. That's trying to crack this case right here. You can't get away by saying, however this went down, you can't get away by saying this was accidental. No, this was not accidental. If the junior could run around receiving calls for the check-in and all that, he could be big enough to say what's going down, how this happened, and my fault. I'm wondering right now, because I'll shut the fuck up about this whole shit, if the Prince family is at this celebration of life for Takeoff. Were they invited? Are they there? I highly doubt it. Highly. And keep it 100 too, man. You gotta be scared of some motherfuckers that something happened to their peoples and shit, and they quiet like a motherfucker. You low key gotta like look both ways, because those are makings of motherfuckers that's like, yo, yeah, okay, we see you. We ain't gonna put this. We ain't even gonna make a spectacle of ourselves on social media. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. This is not just a regular homeboy or my man, you know what I'm saying, and such as, no. It's a tragic murder, death. This is not like he fell off a ledge, you know what I'm saying, rest in peace to Trouble T. Roy. It's not like, you know what I'm saying, he had blood clots in his leg, rest in peace to Heavy D. You know what I'm saying, it's not like, It's not a death that happened accidental, health-wise, something problem. This man got shot in his head. Good night. If me and my brothers is at a dice game, and God forbid, I don't even want to put that on them, but something happened like that to my brother, it's over for my life. It's over. I'm done. I'm done. What you mean by that? I'm talking about I'm going to make sure my will and everything is good left for my family, because I'm taking it there. I'm taking it there. I'm gonna solve that shit my way. Fuck the law and all this shit. I'm not talking to nobody. I'm fucking solving this shit, and I'm gonna get to where I need to get to. You understand me? And I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm not talking to social media. I'm not telling nobody nothing. I'm not saying nothing. It should be self-explanatory. You ain't gonna see me on he was a good dude, and I don't know why you. No. Not leaving. Houston. Not leaving anywhere. That's just how I do it. That's just me. I'm not saying anybody else. You do what y'all do. But somebody that close to me like that, nah. You better put my picture next to that, because shit. I'm taking some motherfuckers with me. You're going to respect that. See, that's just the problem. The respect factor is very little in our community. Very, 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 very little. What was this for? Over an argument? They think that's cool? Over an argument, pulling out and doing what they did? Like, come on, man. You took that man away from his family. Who's gonna answer for that? That's all we want to know. Fuck being a great artist and all that other shit, my nigga. Fuck all that shit. Because respectfully speaking, a lot of people should be having, you know what I'm saying, that don't have, say, the namesake or the financial resources. A lot of people should be having big and great funerals that did something great for the community over a tragic death like that, if you will. respect to Takeoff, man. Respect to him and his family and stuff. I'm gonna keep it 100, man. I'm not a super Migos fan, but I enjoyed a couple of songs. Keep it 100. Stir Fry was probably one of my favorite joints out of that. Bad and Bougie. I used to listen to Culture 1, Culture 2, a couple of songs. You know, it was a point in time the Migos had to grow on me. I was like, But when I was listening, I knew how to separate all three from Quavo, Takeoff to Offset. I was like, okay, I dig it. I see where it's coming from. The flow, the vibe, you understand? All that. So they were one of the very few groups I did respect in this new era of hip-hop. The man has done nothing to nobody, from what I know, what I'm assuming, from what people are actually saying, is that this man was a sweetheart, respectfully. Can't say it any better than that. Very respected man. Out of the three, they say it was Takeoff. I remember back then where, they used to say Quavo, Offset, Quavo, Offset. They would rarely say Takeoff. You know that thing with academics like, yo, you upset when they took you off Bad and Bougie? Huh? You upset when they took you off Bad and Bougie? Huh? You know what I'm saying? At a point in time, they try to make him as like the least one out of the three. When he had the flow, he had the bars. I think this right here, this situation right here is going to be the study, the footnote, the reference to whereas something is going to change. Don't know what it is yet. I'm not a mind reader. I don't see the future. I'm not a futurist, but this is going to be the one right here. This is not the one you're going to let go. Like, yo, we gave him a big send off. We good. Everybody, let's get back to normal. Nope. And all these RICOs and indictments and shit, and these rappers is going down the slippery slope and shit. It's crazy. It's crazy. If you think this is the last RICO or indictment, you on drugs. If you think law enforcement are not looking very close to everything that's going on in hip-hop, if you don't think that, then you're bugging. Hold on. Shout out to allhiphop.com. Rest in peace to Takeoff. Look, man, you see a person as a man, but when you see him as a boy, as a child and all that, man, it should sink into your brain that this was so disrespectful on all counts at the highest level to just take this man's life. Life is not valued no more in this era. It's not. I can imagine if there were very few laws. And, imagine if murder, just killing somebody, is not on the menu, there's no consequence to it. Motherfuckers would be dead in the street. Motherfuckers would have to be picked up off the street. So I'm saying, man, these kids with the drills and all that drill rap and all that, man, they don't give a shit. In the Bronx, where I'm from, these motherfuckers is dropping like flies. And the crazy thing is a connected chain story to each person that falls off and gets killed. There's like a connection. Oh, such and such from such and such place and such gang did this, that, and the third. And these kids read it like a fucking story. They read it like an open book, like, oh yeah, such and such got killed. So you know that this person gonna get killed because he can't let that ride, because such a, like, it's crazy. I don't want to sound like a hypocrite, but I'm not gonna kill another man over rap. That's not what I'm telling you. I'm gonna put another man in the dirt for a family member that I love very much, that didn't deserve it. People shouldn't die like this. They shouldn't. That's why you need answers. If he died from cancer, okay, we understand what he died from. If he died from a certain disease, okay, we understand what he died from. But he died from another man's hands. Who's accountable for this? And not only from another man's hands, because it, like we said, like I said, it wasn't, to me, it wasn't random. This was like, yo. So a couple of man's hands. Somebody knows something. Somebody ain't saying nothing. I'm going to hashtag that shit, the streets is done. Because you know what's funny? It should be done. At this point in time, grow the fuck up. Grow the fuck up. Go get a job or make yourself self-made or something. Do something with y'all fucking time. Instead of taking an easy route and being fucking knuckleheads and shit. I could dig the drill music. I could dig it. I really can. I just can't dig the energy that's attached to it. Y'all niggas love so much to have a fucking op. It's like cool to have ops. Yo, I don't fuck with that nigga gang. I don't fuck with them niggas. Shut the fuck up. You sound stupid. A lot of y'all motherfuckers don't know when y'all reach 40, 50, 60 years old. Y'all can't play. Y'all can't fucking perform those shits on stage. You're going to look stupid. You're going to have to do something else with your life. Hopefully, this is a learning tool that we can learn from this. What we learning? Don't check in. That check-in shit is extortion. Don't check in. Don't fuck with none of these niggas that's talking about some check-in shit. Get yourself some damn security. Get a whole get. Remember back in the day, oh, you nigga, he's soft, man. He got security and shit. Man, you've been stupid. Get some security. Get some armed security that's willing to take a life just in case your life is in danger. Not Tyrone and Big Moo and all them niggas from up the block. That's not security. Those is your boys that's coming to you with you on tour, and they're gonna do stupid shit to get you sued and get you locked up. Or get themselves killed. And then when they get themselves killed, when you come back home, they're gonna press you about how Big Moo got himself fucking killed, and you need to pay for Big Moo's family and shit for the rest of his life. For the rest of their life. For how many kids and a wife or whatever the fuck he got. Now you fucked up. Because you ain't get security. I'm not checking in with a motherfucker. Don't check in shit. Remember when motherfuckers like, yo, there's a no-fly zone. There's a no. Shut the fuck up. Talking about some no-fly zone check-in and shit like that. Yo, listen, man. Grow the fuck up, okay? You know, some of y'all cats, 30, 40 years old, still institutionalized, talking fucking run-on sentences, and you can't articulate, enunciate. You can't do none of that shit. You're looking stupid. Not only are you looking stupid in front of the white man, you're looking stupid in front of your own people. hip hop, man, is damn near 70, 80, 90, 2000, 2000. It's almost 50 years old. Hip hop. Hip hop can't grow the fuck up. You don't got to talk about guns, sex, and violence all the fucking time in hip hop. That's the thing. If we support, I wouldn't even say conscience, because you know these words conscience and woke and all that shit, it makes it seem like it's whack. It makes it seem like it's boring. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't with it. Oh, y'all niggas trying to preach and teach. Nah, if we could support real shit, real talk, can we support that? Hip-hop is supposed to be used as a tool to advance the black culture. We was definitely getting there in the 90s, in the mid 80s to the 90s. Rakim, KRS-One, Boogie Down Productions, Chuck D, Public Enemy, Poor Righteous Teachers, De La Soul. I could keep going. It had substance. Not it had substance. I got so much trouble on my mind, refuse to lose. Here's your ticket. Can the brother get wicked? I'm just sitting here reflecting, man. Reflecting. We still here waiting today for Jesus to come down and teach us the way. Or, well, to the people that do have their extremities and mind, body, and soul, you can make that way for yourself, man, because that's what God put us on this earth to do. For us to make the way. I created you, bam. Now you figure it out. Rest in peace, Takeoff, man. You know, I just definitely wanted to say, I hope we learn and pick up from this situation, because this is ongoing for too long. Too many violent deaths, and it should be mysteries. Nothing solved, because they don't care. Michael Jackson told you they don't really care about us, and he was mother effing right. Oh yeah, Michael was going out. Michael was buying all the catalogs, Beatles, everybody. Shit. Bill Cosby was trying to buy NBC, all that. They was shit. That's the problem. They going out on their own. It's just one man. Kanye, Kyrie, Michael Jackson. One man. Prince, one man. We could all sing together, but we can't all talk together. They give you obvious, it's self-explanatory. They put it out there. J. Edgar Hoover shut down the Black Panthers. They say that we can't have these Negroes coming out here knowing the law, knowing what to say and do in policy. No, they're going to be too strong. We got to shut this down. They radicals. Radicals. The politicians and the law enforcement don't care about rap being dangerous to their communities and so on and so forth, because we're talking about guns, violence, and all this other shit. Bitches and hoes and all this other shit y'all be talking about. They don't care about shutting that down. Keep that going, because that's the mentality we want y'all to have for the rest of y'all stay on this motherfucking earth. But what we gonna do is, while we seeing y'all out here killing each other, drug dealing, all this other shit like this, trying to be the biggest nigga on the block or whatever, what have you. Oh yeah, we're gonna utilize that. We're gonna take y'all down. We taking it all down. And stuff. But let's not sit here and act like these motherfuckers don't do this shit. A lot of my people do this shit behind closed doors. I ain't snitching on nobody. I'm just saying, we're gonna keep it real. Let's keep it real. Like Nas said, $2 million to get the system off me. It's a lot of money to get the system off. I ain't got $2 in my pocket right now. I'm trying to gear my people from being gangsters to being civilians. We tried the gangster route. Let's try the civilian route. Let's become productive instead of counterproductive in society. Fuck society to ourselves. Because we don't need to fucking mingle and be with the white man and shit and smile and no. We can have our own table. Built this motherfucker right here. Bam. We got our own table. We good. We don't need nothing from y'all. We okay. Let me stop talking this crazy before they shut me down. Shout out to Chuck and Jigsaw. Jigsaw is Chuck. Shout out to Chuck and Grouchy Greg. The views and opinions of Debo DeVell McAfee does not reflect that upon allhiphop.com. I gotta say that sometimes. I'm gonna put a thing in the beginning so they won't get in trouble for this shit. But it's real. It's real. When they see we have self-respect for ourselves, it's really gonna go down. You're gonna see suspicious laws being passed that's like damn near close to segregation. If they fucking up with Roe v. Wade, what you think they're gonna do next? What you think they're gonna do next? If they feel like they can get away with this shit, what you think they're gonna do next? If I have the power to do this, oh yeah, I'm gonna get creative. What else I could do? We're gonna take this shit back to the 50s. Amazon and eBay are still selling Little Black Sambo, by the way. When I grew up, knowing about being black is that we came from Africa and slaves. I grew up in a Roman Catholic grade school and high school in New York City. When I went to the church, the porcelain statue of Jesus was prominent as soon as I opened the doors. Right there. Open eye, blue eyes, long stringy hair, all that. Thought he was a white man. So I was told Jesus is not white. That's for a deeper subject for now. So I'm going to hold off on that. A lot of things, a lot of information we need to know. A lot of books has been burnt. Greeks and European culture and stuff, we've been learned and being a part of for decades, centuries. We have yet to learn in full Egyptian ways, Africa, Hebrew, like, when the Nigerians come from Africa to America, from they come educated, open stores and all this shit. Like, they stick together. If you think they feel like they're a part of us, no. I told you, if you see my last blog about they laughing at us. I've been in Africa. I crossed those borders. You're American. I'm black. No, I'm just like, nope. You may be the same cut, but you're American. Okay? So we can't win over there in Africa, huh? Okay. But they come from Africa to North America to win. And they winning. They got their own shops. The Hair Brady. The cloth shops, all different shops. They winning. Salute to them. I'm not a hater. We all the same. We just in different regions of the world. They're in a different continent. We could learn something from them. They're prideful. Just like the West Indians, they're prideful. What are we prideful about in America? We big on being selfish, I could tell you that. But yeah, that's my rant, man. I'm gray all day right now, man. I'll probably come back into color sometime soon, but that's just how I'm feeling. Rest in peace to Takeoff. I hope your situation gets solved. Justice needs to be served in your situation. You deserve that, man. You deserve that. With that said, I'm out.